This is Gus.
And I'm Chad.
Nice to meet you. So we already have an intro. We don't need to say anything.
It's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4th episode of Chad and Gus. Nice to meet you. As you can tell, today we do not have a guest.
We do not.
It has been a long, busy month.
Yes.
There's been a lot of things happening. If you don't know, we have a show. You're watching it. But also, we just started at the beginning of the month. We didn't really have too much of a plan. We had some good ideas, and we went for them. And now we're going to work on reformulating it, making it a better show. As you can tell, we made a new intro, so we don't have to introduce ourselves anymore.
Yeah, so that part actually became a little awkward because now
we don't know how to start a show.
Square
other
one.
than say hello to you and let you know what's going on. Today, so we're going to do it a little bit different, not with a guest. It's going to be much shorter, more entertaining. I'm guessing, I'm just saying that, but, let's work on it.
Yeah.
Let's make it better.
And, a lot of the times, we have spring that just came, so everybody in the service industry is now working crazy amount of hours. We just had St. Patrick's Day. That was a hell of a time.
Yeah. Also my birthday last week, so I've just kind of been somewhere else doing other things. None of them good.
No.
But now recovering, got a new focus, got new ideas. We're going to bring you a couple stories today that, entertain you. We're also going to talk about St. Patrick's Day and the things, what's coming up. So, first of all...
And our gift card winner, too.
Oh, and we got a gift card winner. We'll announce that sometime.
Later.
Beginning, middle of the show, end of the show. You got to stick around. You also got to hit that like button. You got to hit the subscribe button. You got to comment. Do any one of those things, really, but all of them is the trifecta.
And we're literally one person away from hitting 50 subscribers.
One person away from 50. I'm going to go out here right now. I'm going to say this. Who's ever number 50, you click that subscribe. I'm going to send you a free print. I'm going to send you a print of some artwork. One of these.
Or something.
But I'll send you a random, fun, free print signed by me. You just be the 50th person and claim it. You got to claim it. Like, I just subscribed and I'm 50. And you got to make a comment so I know
that you get your print.
And I'm going to send you some art. All right?
Awesome. So, Chad, I hear you have a pretty good story to tell.
And now, Chad and Gus, nice to meet you, presents Stories.
The story of the time I bartended nude.
Bartended nude.
Yes.
Like, how does somebody come up to you and go, hey, you know what? You look like you can bartend in the nude for me.
Well, see, the thing is I'm the type of just like free-flowing guy where as long as something's presented, probably going to consider it. But in this particular case, where I worked was a place called the Bedlam Theater, and it was a non-profit arts organization that also operated a bar, restaurant, a place for theater, dinner theater, live music performances, whatever performance-based thing that could happen. I wake up in the morning to a call on my phone, and the manager there says, hey, Chad, just so you know, Bedlam's been booked for the evening. It'll be a private event, and just to make sure you're kept informed, a significant number of people will probably be nude at some point while you're serving them. I tried to get some details, some specifics, but they didn't really know.
I mean, if you're in the nude, how are you even going to pay for your drinks? Like, where do you carry your money?
Well, exactly. I mean, in the beginning, I was just like, oh, some people are going to be naked, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was just like, I've seen nude people before. I'm an artist. I've drawn nude models, whatever. That was no worry to me. But so when I show up, I find out that this international photographer, has booked Bedlam because he's in town writing a book deal, but he also is going to work on his continued series of group nude photos in public spaces. He's done it everywhere. He's done it in Central Park, Times Square, all across the globe. And so all these people are gathering at this private event, and I'm trying to find out what's happening, and I'm slowly learning that this is actually a photographer I know of from my own studies, and I'm like, oh, because what he does is, it's photography, but it also kind of branches on like conceptual art.
Okay.
Where like the photography in a certain sense is the art, but also the concept and what's happening. Photography is also a documentation of what's taking place.
Right.
And so the place is starting to fill up with, I don't know how many people there really were, but I'm serving people drinks, the old liquid courage, as you say, if you're going to get nude with other people in public, you probably want a few drinks. So everyone's clothed when they show up, right? And they've blocked out all the windows, they've locked the doors, everything's completely, so they have privacy. But then as I'm serving, there's more and more young, attractive women showing up, and then they're asking me, am I going to get naked with them for these group photos later?
Oh, yeah.
And at a certain point, I was like, what else am I going to do? I'm not going to be serving anyone while everyone's naked. They're going to be in these, they're being posed in these photos.
Yeah.
So I'll just be standing there watching. I might as well just join. Because,
Yeah.
because I've been asked, and
So-
I don't care.
Okay, when going all the way down to the nude, do you take your shoes off and your socks off too?
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
There's whatever. You swept.
There's no good amount of sleeping in a bar that you'd be like, hey, this is clean enough.
In hindsight, you're not wrong.
Right.
But no, then, yeah, so we had, there was a countdown, like a 10-second countdown,
Yeah.
where just like, when we get to 1, then everyone just takes their clothes off, so no one feels weird about
Right.
undressing at different times.
Right.
Just everyone get naked at once, then we're all naked, no big deal.
And then everyone's like, cool.
But so, yeah, as that happened, after that 10 seconds, we're all naked, a few people still wanted drinks, right? We weren't ready for photos. So then I was like, well, I don't know if this is to health codes or not, but sometimes
Bedlam is shut down now.
lack of knowledge of health codes doesn't ride on me, does it?
Like, hey,
am I supposed to know?
Sorry, my balls dipped into your ice. Like, where did you keep your flat bar?
And then on the bar top.
And I'm
on the
like,
top.
I could just hear you clonking around with your feet, like, just balls swinging everywhere.
I only probably served like 5 drinks, and they were mostly like tap beers or some whatever, vodka sodas, it wasn't, I wasn't standing there stirring and straining. I wasn't muddling. I wasn't mojito making. I wasn't, none of that.
It's just like you're muddling, your whole body, you can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I served some drinks naked, and then I got into these photos with people. There was 3 different poses that he got us all into, all staged around the theater in different ways. But the most, the best, and, well, in terms of how this story goes, that when things took a turn for the worse. Because everything's setting up pretty good so far, right? It's just making some money, getting nude with some cute chicks. There's some older people that weren't as physically attractive and whatever. There's some people I didn't want to look at naked. But there was also a lot of girls that I was like, all right.
I would be afraid that I would just start thinking some bad thoughts right now. And then all of a sudden you're walking around and you're the only one that...
Well, there was a moment where he's trying to get us all to scooch a little closer together, where I'm just behind, and I'm like, I can only get so close before this doesn't, yeah.
You're like, at this point, anything that I touch...
It has a scooching in.
Yeah.
There's going to be more than a scooch.
You're just sweating profusely, like, oh,
yeah.
no.
There's only this much space before there isn't.
Yeah. Now, were these
Then I
people
guess-
from around the area?
Yeah, they were mostly
Oh,
from around
crap.
there. And I think the reason I was told they were cabaret is because, or like they were like cabaret people, or it was going to be, I just thought it was going to be like a burlesque type of show or something. Because I think a lot of them were from that,
Right.
whatever. But so one of the positions or like poses he had was for all the men to lay face down and the women to lay up with their like draped on top of them in a tiered like theater seat like setting, right?
Okay.
So it's all staged, and then some people are on the ground, some people on that first row, some in the second row. Because I'm serving drinks, by the time that I get to be a part of it, just the top row is there, and the only thing to really lay on top of was a couple of like, there was a couple of just like two top round tables about this big, but they were next to each other, so I went to go put my chest on the far end and then my abdomen on the other end and kind of like pretend like lay down.
Right.
And so then a woman started to like lay on top of me, right? But she's putting all the weight on that second table in the back. And there's a round table with a square base. It just snaps. Just the lower part, just, and then just scrapes straight down. And where I don't remember quite, but I'm pretty sure I screamed. I was just like, ah! You know, like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
What? That did not feel right, and that sounded bad. And I was like laying on, still chest on the top
Yeah.
table,
Yeah.
but just like, oh, you dumb idiot. You're the type of person to just get into this and then lose his manhood, just joining in. Because you really just, you're too curious as to like, I'm down, this is fun, everything's good. So, but then I'm like, I'm going to look down, there's just going to be blood, and I'm going to be like, oh my God, this is the worst ever. And everyone's looking at me. Everyone's like, and I was like, are you all right? Are you all right? And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yet.
I'm afraid to look. And then I look down and everything's fine. There's no blood. There's just a scraping and and a loud sound and a lot of just
Yeah.
trauma.
Yeah. So, needless to say, you're not going to be laying on tables anytime soon.
Well, and also in that photo, like the final photo taken, because they took a photo after that
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
In that pose, my face is very much just like, like
That is crazy. What about if they just tricked you on getting naked? That would have been funny. Like, all right, on 10 guys,
I'm
and
the
then
only
you're
one.
just like,
it's like
like everyone's fake taking their clothes off, and you're
yeah,
already
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm like too busy like this.
got him. Yeah, that'd be terrible.
That would be elaborate. That'd be elaborate. It'd be well planned and elaborate, and I'd probably still appreciate it. But
You know-
also that was No, that's my story of bartending naked.
Stories.
Two occasions where I've accidentally gotten high beforehand, and one was during work because my friends ended up coming in from Colorado, not knowing, and they're like, "Hey, Gus, yeah, here's some candy." I just like freaking grabbed two of them, throw them in my mouth like they're little Sour Patch Kids. I tasted them and they were a little weird, and before I knew it, they're like, "Oh my God, no, Gus, those are not just regular gummies." And oh my God, I was so worried. Like, I don't smoke anymore because of bad experiences like this, where now I have to go and help people. And before I knew it, I was like trying to reach for glass, and I couldn't. Like, and then everybody was like looking at me, Or at least that's what I thought. And I have like, it's a busy freaking Friday too. And they had me serving that day. And I am a terrible server, as we talked about this in the past. And I kept on going to tables and I'm just like, that's right, that's right. And then we would awkwardly just sit there and look at each other for a bit. And then one guy even goes, I think you need a shot, man.
Nope.
This was middle of it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And working a damn busy. Oh my God! By 10 o'clock, my manager would like come up right next to me and just look at me, and I'm like, she knows. She fucking knows. There's no way. She never found out. But at the end of it, I come up to the bar. I'm like, dude, I need a shot. I need to level out. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm way too high for this right now. And he's like,
I thought it was candy.
Yeah, literally.
I thought it was candy.
If you have friends that have edibles, and make sure you let them know before they eat them.
Yeah.
Like
It's a good rule.
that is a good rule.
Because offering them is nice, but
Offering them is nice.
also there's a time and a place.
Yeah, not in the middle of your shift.
Yeah. No. When you said that initially, I was thinking of. I was like, no, but I've ate an edible cookie, but well, I thought I was closing.
Yeah,
Like it was like an hour left to close and it was dead.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, whatever. I'll have this cookie.
It's like, I'm already cleaning up anyways.
And then like I took the floor, but we cut the server because it was dead. Then the floor filled, like I had like a 10 top show up, and then the bar filled up. And then I was like, thought I had to separate all the tabs at the 10 top, so I was like trying to, who has what?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I was actually like, everyone I talked to, I was just like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait, I don't have to hold my eyes open, my eyes are fine.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like they're closed, they're not. And it was the longest hour. I was just like, are you kidding me? This couldn't have, like, I was like, I'll just wipe down some bottles.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
I'll go home.
No, man. One of my other times, so I worked on this rooftop, and it started raining like it was like a passing storm. I remember it like it was yesterday because I'm never going to forget this. It was on a Thursday evening. All of a sudden, the storm came. They're like, shut it down. We're closing up, blah, blah, blah. This was probably at 5 o'clock. And I'm like, hell yeah, we just got done with the day. It was a short storm. So we ended up leaving. We went into the car, and I was like, yeah, I'll smoke, whatever. I don't got to go back to work anyways. We get a phone call back saying, hey, they want us to reopen just the bar itself. And I go, I don't know if you want me there right now. The panic in my anxiety went through the roof, and I was like, I've never done this before. And I'm weird as hell already. So I had these mirrored Ray-Bans on, and I just put those on, and then my friend that I was with, she's just like, I can't believe we're going back in. And I'm like, how do you do this? How do you do this? She goes, because you need to relax. Everything's fine. We're just going there and we'll do our jobs. And I'm like, I don't.
Those are good words. Those are encouraging words.
Those are encouraging words.
In the right mind frame.
Until you realize that high just sets in and you're just super quiet. She didn't talk to me for like 2 hours, and usually we're like, hey, what's up? Glasses on, it's like 8:30 p.m. I'm like, nope, still gotta keep up.
There's no way they'll know.
Yeah. It's like they're not gonna be able to tell if I have these glasses on at 9:30, and then I'll keep on playing.
Chewing peppermint gum. I've got mirrored sunglasses on.
Such a douche move too.
I keep smelling my hands.
damn. And everybody's just there like, you good? I'm like, oh, we need to dim these lights. All right.
Yeah.
I take the glasses off and I'm just,
Oh, it's so bright.
like, just squinting.
Well, I have these glasses on. It's bright in here now. It's so dark.
Yeah, that was a hell of an experience.
Stories.
Is there a time you've been just drunk, just like lit by the bar? Just like
Accidentally, yes.
accident?
Yes. Well, so I ended up going to a music festival, and it was my day off. And I ended up going to the place that I was working at, and I had already had a couple of drinks, and then next thing you know, they're just getting crushed because they're understaffed. But while I was sitting there, I was still slamming drinks, and I'm like, well, if you guys need my help, yeah, I could help. I'll try to do something.
Yeah.
And all those shots came through, and I was just dropping stuff just everywhere. It's like, I'm just like, yeah. You need a drink? broken glass in the ice. Like, we got to burn the ice now.
You're just making it harder.
Yeah,
I'm here to help.
yeah. It was so bad. Yeah, they gave me an A+ for effort.
Yeah.
I think I lost us more money than
Yeah, probably. But you know, teamwork. I'm there for you guys.
Oh, that was so bad.
I had that happen on a New Year's where this is also a Bedlam story actually. A lot of
Rest in peace, Bedlam.
yeah, what a great place that was. There was, you know, the main bar upstairs, but they were opening up, so I was stationed downstairs at like a makeshift bar that people could hang out down there too for some overflow and to get away from like the live music or whatever. But I was sitting there with, you know, beers and a few things to make cocktails or whatever. But since I was in the downstairs and a lot of people were gathering upstairs, people would just randomly come in downstairs and fill in as the night went on. But every time someone came down, they would be like, oh, I'll get a drink. Hey, you want to do a shot? You done a shot yet?
Yeah.
Let's do a shot for New Year's.
Yeah.
And I never once said no. I always told people I hadn't had a shot yet.
Yeah. Like, I haven't had one yet.
And so I was just getting like every customer to buy me a shot too.
That's when you had to do my birthday thing where you tally up your drinks so you think you're responsible.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, damn.
After a while, you're just like, I'm gonna put another check on it.
It's like, no, yeah, that the whole responsible thing of keeping my shots. It's like, okay, so I'm glad you know how many shots you're having, but you shouldn't be having 16 shots in 2 hours.
Yep. I told the guy no that was buying a shot. He was like, he didn't know you. He wanted to buy you a shot for just because it was your birthday. And I was like, no, I see everyone over there. They all bought him shots. He was like, well, it's his birthday. I was like, all right.
You're like, yeah, send it.
I think he ended up still buying you a shot. I don't know.
Oh, my
I don't
God.
actually remember if I talked him out of it or not, but I was like, no, I think he's all right.
Hey, we made it all the way to the championship in the bags round. That was amazing.
No.
I didn't bang one shot in, but
Sometimes you get better. Well, at the end of that New Year's night, I had, like, by the time it came to like clean up and stuff, like, you know, I tried. I tried. There was a moment where I was like, we got enough volunteers and everyone here that I literally just was like, I can't do this. I have to go. And I just walked out. I mean, I clocked out, but I also, but like, I didn't tell anyone goodbye. I think I pretended like I was taking some trash out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're just like,
And then just beelined home. And I was like, oh, man. No, that was probably the drunkest I've been on the clock.
These stories have been brought to you by Chad and Gus. Nice to meet you. Stories.
I got some debaucherous stories from the mouths of the horse's mouth.
the horses and the cows.
Uh,
So we want to thank you guys
And also remind you that here at Chad and Gus, nice to meet you, we always encourage you to drink responsibly. Leave the irresponsible drinking to the professionals.
Leave that. Yes.
Is
You
that
just
the-
let us be in trouble for you.
Yes.
Let
Well,
us be in the doghouse.
we're here to tell you stories you could have had of your own that you probably do not want to have if you're going to live well.
Yeah. You want to be healthy? Don't be like
And we're going to work on doing better too. Do better on the show,
do better in life.
do better all around.
We-
And we're inviting you to join us on that journey as we explore more and more debaucherous stories with more and more people from around the service industry.
With that being said, we should probably do the gift card
Yes,
thing.
the gift card.
Yes.
Are we flipping a coin?
We're gonna flip a coin. There was 2 people
They both commented,
that both. There's 2 people that commented on there,
and they both shared.
and they both shared.
We have 2 possible winners for this week, and we're going to flip the coin to decide who that is. We have Holly Green
Holly Green
and
Rachel Sebesta.
Rachel Sebesta. We will let Holly represent the heads. H&H,
Holly represents the heads,
and Rachel will represent the tails.
the tails.
And this will be for a $25 gift card to the Kiachi Japanese restaurant in Lower Town, St. Paul.
Japanese.
A phenomenal place. That's at least like 2 free rolls of sushi.
Something
That's
like
gonna
that.
get you started. That's gonna get you started. That's a roll of sushi and a cocktail. Man, that's more people should have commented. Either way, here it is. We got heads.
Holly,
Holly
Green.
You are this week's winner.
Holly Green back. Holly back.
Thank you very much for commenting, liking the show, and following us. We appreciate that, Holly. And hopefully you will enjoy some sushi or some sort of fine Japanese cuisine at the Kiachi Japanese restaurant.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
We will see you next week with a different format of some sort that we're working on and a brand new guest.
And tell us what you think of our intro.
And tell us what you think of the
Because
intro.
we...
In the comment section below, tell us what you think.
Yes.
And then share that intro with your friends and tell them what you think about how good it is.
Or how bad it is. But let us know.
Now you like it.
Yeah.
All right, we love you guys. We will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Here, we'll just flip this. Tails, heads.
Is that gonna work? All right. Wait, we can pick whose tails or whose head.
Oh man. Yeah, we go. We know how to drink and not well sometimes.
Yeah. Mostly not well.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm notoriously like a drunk texter. So I'm texting people. I'm like, "Sup?" It's 9:40 at night, and it's just like, "Sup?" It's like, I wonder what he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Text my mom, "Sup?" she goes,
Do you need help? The Gus I know would say more.
"Yeah."